the Spanish Large Family Federation has held the official status of public utility organization, with or institutional legitimacy and allows us to work directly with the government, parliament, and the other institutions. Our mission is clear: to defend the social, economic, and legal recognition of families with 3 or more children, and to promote public policies that fairly compensate for the structural costs they assume and acknowledge their demographic and social contribution. Our history, the Federation, the National Federation Spanish, was founded in 1967, and in 2003 we were granted with the public utility status. So for us, it's recognizing our role of a key civil society actor. For nearly 6 decades, our mission has remained constant: to defend the family with 3 or more children, and to promote policies that recognize their contribution and compensate for higher structural costs. Consistency over time has been key to our credibility. Our organization, we have the board of directors integrated by 8 volunteer members who provide strategic leadership to the organization. Our central office is in Madrid, where they work 5 employees, each one in charge of their specific area: communication, public affairs, the Family Plus program, administration, so on. The Spanish large family operates under a funding model built on 2 main pillars. One, the public grants, and one, corporate revenues. Approximately 8% of our funding come from the public grant. These grants are provided by National Public Administration in recognition of our status as a public utility organization, our role as the official representative body of large family, or work in advocacy, research, training, and social awareness, and the public funding support core activities such as policy development and institutional dialogues, research studies and annual report, training program association, communication campaigns. The public support reflects institutional recognition of the importance of large family in Spain demographic and social framework. The remaining portion of our income comes from the self-generated revenues. These include revenues from the Family Plus Plan Más Familia, Plan More Family, where we obtain benefits from the companies through sale, commission, or revenue for advertising, and certification or renewal fees from the Family Tourist Seal partner. This partnership generates structured, transparent income while simultaneously delivering values to family and companies. This dual approach, public support combined with the market-based initiatives, allows us to balance institutional backing with entrepreneurial sustainability. Funding structure. Funding structure. Association also generate income through the participation in the family more plan, the agreement with local business, and the sponsorship of event and convention. This creates a virtuous cycle. Companions gain access to a well-defined target group. Families receive discount and benefit, and the association strengthens their financial structure. The history of the large family law in Spain, the first law that back to 1971. The major reform occurred in 2003, followed by regulatory development in 2005. In 2015, a crucial reform introduced in the children's law ensured that the large family title will remain valid until the youngest child meets the requirement that preventing the unfair loss of benefits. In 2024, there was an attempt to replace the law with a broader family law, but it failed due to lack of political consensus. This law was going to penalize large family because it sought to dilute their concept and equate the right of single-parent family with those of large family. Fortunately, this law was ultimately not passed, and today we still have the same 2003 law protecting large family. The official large family title, a consolidated model. One of the most important pillars of the Spanish system is the official large family title, issued by Spain in 17 regional governments. The title provides access to comprehensive package of national, regional, and local benefits. Among the most significant measures, we can highlight the following ones. An annual tax reduction, 1,200 euros for general large family, composed mainly by 3 children, and 2,400 euros for a special category family, who are the families integrated with 5 or more children. Also, families in Spain can get a plus of 600 euros for additional child who exceeded the category. Second one, university tuition reduction of 500%, 50% of reduction, with full exemption for a special category family, more than 4 children. A public transport discount ranging from 20% and 50% 10% depending of discount, depending also of the category. National transport and local or regional transport. And 45% of reduction in social security contribution when hiring caregiver. And also significant energy discount through the National Social Electricity Bonus. In 2023, nearly 1 million families applied to the specific tax deduction. We have already explained, demonstrating the real economic impact of the measure for a large family. This is one of the most impactful economic support tools. Public affairs and legislative achievement. Our advocacy is based on technical proposal, research studies, and continuous dialogue with a parliamentary group. Some of the key achievements that the government approved the last year were the improvement in parental leave and work-life balance measure, and also the improvement of the leave for child care under 8-year-old with the extension of 2 weeks to facilitate to work-family balance. Also, one of our primary legislative objectives in 2025 was to expand the tax deduction for large family from 1,200 euros to 1,400 euros per year. While the current deduction is valuable, inflation and the rising costs of living have reduced its real impact over time. Updating the amount is not simple. A benefit increase is a correction to maintain purchasing power and preserve the original spirit of the measure. This adjustment should be provide immediately and directly relief to hundreds of thousands of households. Another key proposal was to increase the maternity deduction for working mother from 1,200 euros to 1,800 euros per year. This measure addresses two strategic objectives: supporting female employment and career continuity and reducing economic penalty often associated with the motherhood. Work-life balance policy must ensure to having children does not translate into financial disadvantage, particularly for women. And also we had worked with the Parliamentary Popular Group to extend the special category for family with 4 children, including this type of the measure in the work-life balance law. That unfortunately it hasn't been approved yet because of the lack of political support in the parliament. Evolution of the title in our country. One is important. You have the graphic there. One of the our most impactful campaign has been advocating for the extension of the
sorry, we are not watching slides. There is only the first one. You know.
You're not watching. Sorry.
Yes.
Wait a moment, please.
There were only the first one, but not the others, because Jose Maria was saying, as you can see on the graphics, there were not graphics there.
It's only you have seen the first one, diapositive?
No, now we don't have any.
No, I know, but
yes,
before,
you need to share again.
This, do you can see the presentation now?
Yes, now yes, but the slides were not passing by, you know, they were stopped only in the first one. But now probably it's okay, I don't know.
Only the first one?
No, now we are watching the other. Yes, now it's going. Yes.
Okay, this is the previous slide. You can see this slide, correct?
Yes, now we are seeing support measures for large families. Yes.
Okay.
But there were all the presentation. We were only in the first one. You know.
No, sorry.
We were not watching all the previous slides. Maybe you can go to the first one and to go passing to this.
Yeah.
To see what. Yes. This is the,
okay. Yes, we will go. Well, this was the presentation that Jose Maria has presented about our reach and what are the main associations and what are the main families that we represent. Also, the titles that you can see that are held or issued by the different regional governments, and we have more or less 850 large families involved with this title. This you can see this slide.
Yes. Now we are seeing the slides.
Okay. This was the presentation of Jose Maria of the people involved with this large family card in numbers, and almost there are 4 million of people covered with this large families card, including also the family unit and also the card. There are two types of well, there is the physical card that is issued by these regional governments, and also some digital cards that, for example, in the Community of Madrid, has this type of digital card. And also they have launched an app where the families can also receive some notice or notifications in this app. Well, this is a brief history of our organization, where we have established and when we obtained the Declaration of Public Utility and what is our main mission. This is the board of directors that Jose Maria has presented, that is composed mainly by 8 volunteers, and which provide the strategic leadership of our federation. And well, we have the headquarters in Madrid, where we are 5 employees, each one in charge of every area, from the public affairs, communication department, family plus program, administration, etc. And well, Jose Maria has explained to you also what are the main incomes of the federation and of each of associations, which mainly they are financed by the membership fee of 40 euros per family per year. And well, he has also have done a brief history about the last family law, where we become where we are now with the family law of 2003 that reinforced the economic and social protection for the large families. And nowadays we have this law. And well, the support measures of the large families that he has explained, mainly with the most important measure that we have is the fiscal deduction for the large families. And we are trying with the parliamentary group of the Popular Parliamentary Group to try to push on in this type of measure in order to improve the protection of the large families. We try to introduce some measures in the work-life balance law, but we have to say that unfortunately we haven't been they haven't approved this law yet because they didn't have the support of the other political parties, and especially from the government. So we cannot get this measure approved yet, no? And well, now he was explaining the evolution of the titles that they have experimented with growth in the last years. And I will give you the word to Jose Maria to continue with 2 more slides. And then I will explain to you some programs that we have launched in the last years, especially the Family Plus program and also the SEAL Family program, in order to show some of the best practice that we have nowadays. And Jose Maria, please, if you can continue.
So this is the title. The evolution is for the year 2030. Will be approximately 1 million of titles, no?
Yes.
In Spain, it's very nice. And the extension of the large family title until age 26, particularly when the children remain in education, have been approved in the community of Madrid, Extremadura, any regional areas, and any local government. But for other region, we are working with the regional government to get approved this measure. So now, for example, the Balearic Island or the Valencian community. We have experimented also a great evolution of the families with title, as you can see in the slide. Between 2015 and 2025, the number of official large family title increased for more than 265,000 more. Part of this growth reflects demographic dynamic, but part of it is also due to the change of the law approved in 2015 to retain of the title until the last of children fill the requirement. The projection also indicates that the number of recognized large family could double between 2010 and 2030, and we will achieve the 1 million of the large family with the title by 2030. The next slide is the child benefit campaign and fiscal deduction support, or campaign for universal child benefit include parliamentary engagement, policy proposal grounded in fiscal analysis, where we have worked with the collaboration of the university in order to analyze different proposals to support the large family and public awareness campaigns. Also, we have done media interventions to highlight the necessity to approve the universal child benefit. We must point out that Spain have a lower investment rate, 1.3% of gross domestic product compared to the European Union average of 22.3%. That indicated that there is significant room for improvement of this type of measure to support the families. And finally, we want to share with you some data about the fiscal deduction for large family and how is the investment of the Spanish government in this type of measure. With the last data available, nearly 1 million beneficiaries rely on this benefit. So this demonstrates how critical this benefit is to hundreds of thousands of Spanish families. This was some or work in the public affairs area during the last year, and now Luis Herrera is going to explain what are some of the main programs that we had launched during the last year and which contributed not only to give different service for the families, but also to support our financial structure of the federation. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, José María, for the explanation. And I will give you some, well, this is a slide where we, the energy social bonus that we have nowadays, and mostly half of the beneficiaries of the last families with the title can get this type of benefit, more or less 460,000 beneficiaries are last families, and of them, 180,000 are vulnerable severe. And they can save more or less 400 euros per year with this social bonus. I will explain some of the family support programs that we have launched the last year. For example, of different foundations, such as, for example, the Jerome Leyen Foundation or FASE Foundation, where it facilitates the access to therapy programs and disability care service for families with children, especially those who have more difficulties to access to this type of programs. And well, we have launched also with the collaboration of a company some financial planning webinars in order to facilitate the families some type of tools, to better manage their budgets and understand different available benefits and tax deductions. And well, this is also a type of program that we have launched several years ago. That is the Plan Plus Family, where we try to do agreements with different companies in multiple sectors in order to offer to the families different benefits, discounts, and promotions of these companies that they so they can save a lot of money using this type of service. Nowadays, we have involved more than 100 companies in this program, and we try to foster a family-friendly business culture with the promotion of this program. What we try also to convince with all the stakeholders involved in the program is that it's a win-to-win program for all the actors involved, for the companies, because where they can raise awareness for the family-friendly culture and reach also a high-value audience. And for the families, as you can see, they can access to exclusive discounts and offers through not only through this program, the Family Plus plan, but also by the Affinity platform, where we were integrated 2 years ago, and where the families can obtain different benefits through this platform. And also for the associations, as José María has said, there is an earn by a financial return that mainly it becomes from sales commissions or fixed advertising fees. What are the main benefits of the companies for being integrated in this plan? Well, they can access to a target that mainly is about 250,000 people with a high level of consumption in the multiple segments, and they can do also a direct marketing through the consumers, no? Through different communications actions where we collaborate with them to share with our public all the offers and the response that these companies offer to the family target. Also, they can understand if they analyze what are the level of consumption of the products. Well, they can understand what are the main demands and the needs of the family audience, and they can keep in touch with those families in different events, no? Participating, for example, in conventions, leisure programs, or other type of programs where the families usually go. No? And well, here you can see some of our communication channels where we spread those type of benefits for the families. We include a short guide of the Family Plus program in the magazine that we send every year, normally in winter. Well, we send also monthly newsletters with regular updates of the new partners, some offers and program news that are sent directly to the members. And we do also social media mentions to highlight what are the main benefits of the companies involved in this program. No? Well, this is the last family membership card that Jose Maria has explained before. And with this card that is issued by every local associations, they pay, for example, the family paid an annual fee of membership fee of 40 euros per year. So they can get to this card, and it's a meaningful structure to finance the associations. This is channeled directly to every association, so they can get some incomes through this membership fee, but also through the public grants and also some revenues from companies. Nowadays, more or less 50,000 of people have this type of card, and they are covered 250,000 people, counting obviously the family unit and also the children. No? Some of the advantages of being a member, we try to convince the associates and the families of the rights of being member of an association and obviously of the National Federation, because we defend the rights of the large families. The more we are, the better we can do advocacy with parliamentary groups and also to negotiate with different companies. We also give legal information and by the telephonic assistance or mail service, but also through different publications that we spread through different channels, no? The website, the social media, newsletters, etc. And we offer, well, the discounts that we have explained before, and the participation of activities and the creation of a new community, participating in different leisure activities and resource banks that are offered mainly by the regional or the local associations. This is the other project that we have launched. We launched this program in 2013, starting with 6 companies involved in this project, and nowadays we have growth, very huge growth, and we are up to 200 companies and destinations involved in this project. You can see some of the new destinations that were involved in the last year, such as some cities such as Avila, Aranjuez, or Burgos, or this company that is a company of bus transportation and is very famous here in Spain. No? Some of the this we want to explain what the seal means for the families, where they can search those towns and regions that are adapted their services and the hospitality to the family needs. We try to certify the companies that met rigorous criteria for family friendliness, and they commit also to continuous improvement. And also we try to share with the public those family experience from the to city bricks. So the guides, the seal guides families toward establishment, destination, or experience that are designed almost to their needs. No, and for the companies, it has a lot of benefits in type of recognition to offer. They can offer and meet the demands of the families. We try to focus also in the competitiveness to increase the tourism competitiveness of the destinations and the companies involved. They can access to a target of 50,000 people with an average of 3.5 children and urban purchasing power, and they can also differentiate in the sector, no, and do specialization of their offers to the family audience, and also they can make some marketing actions with the collaboration of the federation. This is the growth that the seal have experimented in the last years, and we are proud of this type 90% renewal rate that we had of this project in the last year. That prove that is a strong satisfaction not only for the certified members, but also for the families that can search this type of establishments and destinations that are after to their needs. No? Well, these are some destination channels that we try to use to spread this type of projects to the families. The magazine that I have explained before, the monthly newsletter that is distributed monthly to the subscribers and the member families, the website where we usually update all the data about the 35 members, and also the social media, no, where we have experimented a high impact visibility, and we try to spread the information of the certified partners. Also, we have an annual presence at FITUR, that is the Spain's premier international tourism fair, to showcase the seal and attract new certified partners. We have the opportunity also in this fair to deliver some of the family seals of the last of the companies that have involved in this project. And also we usually do an annual family tourism study where we disseminate all the habits and trends in the family travel consumption. We try to spread this type of survey and this study not only to the media, but also to the tourism sector and also through the social media. And we have launched the last year also a new digital guide in an innovative format where we reach a wider digital audience, and we are very proud of this publication. Well, these are the family conventions that we held every 2 years. We have celebrated up to the 14th conventions, and the last one, it was celebrated in the Basque Country, where we it was celebrated also with the participation of the Association of the Basque Country, and we try to offer different conferences, not only for the parents, but also for the children in this type of conventions. The last one was focused on the use of the social media in an adequate form, especially for the young people. And we count with the participation of specialists in the psychologist and educational area. And we all try to offer in this type of conventions the participants with a cheapest price, of 50 euros per family. So we try to ensure the participation of all the people, no? And the following convention, it will take place the 10th of October in Badajoz. So you are all invited to attend to this Congress. And so they save the date, and we will hope to join with you in this type of convention. Well, this is another activity that we usually do with studies and training along the year. We try to launch different studies. The last one, it was conducted with the collaboration of a university, and we try to finance this type of studies with the collaboration of the Ministry of Social Affairs. And we try to analyze the existing fiscal policies affecting to the large families, examining the tax deductions and trying to improve this type of fiscal measures. We also have launched in the last year the Last Families Barometer. That is our flagship annual survey conducted with 1,800 respondents. And we tried with this type of barometer to know what are the main needs and the claims of the families in order to spread to the media and do advocacy and have this type of study in our involved in our communication strategy, and the public positioning. We have celebrated every year. Well, every year we try to celebrate some training days, not only for the staff of the different associations, but also for the board of directors. We have celebrated the last one. It was a training conference that took place in El Escorial with the participation of 40 people, where we try to share different best practice and online training sessions through the full cycle of the project design in collaboration with some specialists. And the board of directors, that is 2 training days that we try to dedicate for the governance training for the board members. It comes with the participation of 30 people. And also now we are celebrating the goal of this year is to celebrate during February and March 8 sessions online for all the staff to apply the artificial intelligence tools in the daily organizational work and to improve the jobs of every association. Well, these are some of the key issues that we have championed the last year. In the penalties for having children and the fiscal or social structures, the maternity leave that Jose Maria has explained before, the child benefits, demanding some improvement in the universal family benefit. As you know, in the European Union, there are more or less 17 countries that have this universal child benefit, and we are trying to push on with the Spanish ministry in order to get approved this type of measure that, well, several weeks ago, they have approved a strategy to 2030, and they have included this type of measure but unfortunately, we haven't get this measure approved, that it will compensate a lot the care living. And also we have pushed on in different measures such as the waste collection fee and the paid leave extensions, and also in the mobility law, in order to demand that the transport needs of the large families must be recognized. Well, in the communication area, we have spread our strategy, and we have over more than 100 media appearances every year. We try to disseminate all the press release distributed promptly following legislative events and political meetings, and also the release of our own studies, the studies that we have set, for example, the barometer, the family barometer, or the study of the fiscal deductions area. And we try to maximize its communications with not only with the media, but also with social media, where we try to do this type of campaign. In the social media, as I've been talking about these type of networks, we have a community of nearly 100 followers, not counting the LinkedIn or networks of the Family Tourist Seal. And in the website, well, we have 250 visits per year, and it's a useful tool to spread all the news, and the covering of the new regulations, legislative updates, etc. The newsletter that I explained that we send monthly to every member, and also we do internal communications with our associations. Every Monday we send this type of newsletter that it includes the work of the federations and some family news, media appearance, etc. And well, these are some of our publications that we have nowadays in the federation. The annual reports that have a print run of 500 copies, and it's a cover letter for institutional meetings with politicians, and also for public administrations and policymakers. And also the magazine that we send every year, once per year, normally in winter. And we try to cover all the topics of direct relevance for the large families, and the digital tourist guide that we launched the last year, and it's a broad and agile dissemination tool to try to communicate all the benefits of being integrated in this family tourist club, And well, finally, and last but not least, we will like to share with you how is our financial structure, where we are. We have all mainly the support of public grants, with 79% of our incomes that comes from these public grants, and also the Plan Plus family with 30%.
Luis, only to highlight that you don't have family members. You are a federation of associations like ELFAC. And
yes, that's correct. Yes, normally the membership fee is channeled to the associations, so we don't have members as families that pay directly to the federation, national federation, because this type of earning goes directly as Raul said to the local associations. And well, this was the presentation of the best practice and the activities that we want to share with you today. Well, we are open if you have any questions, doubts, don't hesitate to ask them, and we will try to answer them. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and thank you very much, Jose Maria, to be here, because I see you are with your white jacket because you are a doctor. You don't know, but Jose Maria is the medical head of the medical team. Is the head of the medical team of Atlético de Madrid. which is one of the main football teams in Spain.
Anyway, don't worry. You are very important just to take contact with you. So it's a pleasure for us.
Yes, perfect.
For us, it will be very nice to get to meet you there, and maybe to visit you in any case when the Atletico will play in your countries.
Perfect. Luis, please, if you can stop to share the screen. Yes.
Yes.
Now
Sorry.
yes. Perfect. Then now, if you have any question to them about the Spanish Federation, this has been the explanation of the Spanish Federation, which represents all the associations of large families in Spain. For example, I'm also in the Catalan Association. Then we have fees for members, and we have direct activities with families. They don't have a lot of activities with families. Most of them are managed by the local and regional associations. But it's interesting to know. In other countries, I know that you have only one association for all the country, which is different. And I think it's better because to manage 80 associations is very, very complicated. But if you have any question, or Irina, you always have some questions.
Yes, sometimes it's better to have only one association and concentrate all the focus to attend the families. In Spain, as Raúl has said, that we have 80 associations, and this is normally, for example, in some communities or regions, we have a lot of associations. In other regions, we have only one association that attend not only at a local level, but a regional level. And it's better to focus all the efforts concentrated in one association. No?
Yes, but the card, the large family, the membership card is the same for all the country. And all of them are in only one database. That is very good because you can negotiate with companies with all the database and send information to all the members of Spain at the same time.
So, Aldenicio Moraes, maybe for you is more close to come to Badajoz, Extremadura, for the National Convention. Maybe we could organize together the Congress, the convention.
Bueno, Filipa from Portugal, as neighbors of Badajoz, maybe you can say something.
Yeah, Ilva.
Filipa.
Hello, I'm Filipa from the Portuguese Large Families Association. Thank you for your presentation and congratulations for all the work that you developed. You spoke a lot about the laws that protect the large families. And I think one of the major works that our associations need to do is to make society see that large families are an asset for the communities and for the country. And I think I recall that in the past, Raúl briefly mentioned that in Spain you have a law about the retirement, that you earn, the amount you earn in your retirement also depends on the number of children. And at the time I couldn't make a question about this, but I was very interested about that and about the fact that you value the number of children that people have when you calculate his pension. Can you speak a bit about that, how it functions, and if it is throughout all Spain or not?
Yes, well, one of the main efforts that we have pushed on the last years was to maintain the title, for example, till the last of the children fill the requirements. And this is very important, especially for the children, and not to have the same benefits that the older brothers. And we are trying also to spread how is the importance of the social importance of the families with children, especially those who have more children, also in the pensions, no? like with a plus or additional plus that compensate those efforts that the families have made during their lives while taking care of the children, and because this has a great contribution for all the society, no? So we try to push on in this type of measures with the government. It's not very easy in the last years to push on this in this type of measures, but well, here in Spain, they approved some years ago a supplement per every child in the pension, counting from the second child, and well, the government changed the law, and it penalizes especially for the mothers because they can receive a less amount of money in the pension. And we are trying to push on with different parliamentary groups in order to improve this type of measure and have a fair treatment. Well, in this supplement for the pensions, no. But it's not easy. We have a great effort to do. We are advocating and doing lobbying with different political parties, especially with the Parliamentary Popular Group, that when they were in the government, they introduced this type of benefit for the large families, well, especially for all the families with two children or more. But it benefits especially for the large families when they retire and they can obtain this type of benefit in their retirement.
Yes, Felipe, we had a problem because in the beginning, it was a very big step to recognize the effort that parents are doing with a complementing pension. And we got really 5% for families with 2 children, 10% families with 3 or 4 children, and 15% more of pension for families with 5 or more children. But the government said, okay, only for women, only for mothers, because they was afraid that, say, for men, maybe the public opinion was against. Then some men went to the court and went to the European Court, and the European Court pronounced that it was not fair, and the government has to change the law to everybody receive this complementing pension. The government changed the law, the new government, not the government was approved the law, it was a different government, and they decided to change the amount, not percentages, but only an amount, a fixed amount by child, which is not more than 350 euros, I think, every year. Then it's less than before, you know. Then we are fighting to change this. But the complement remains. This is very important because it's the concept, I think, is the important.
But the complement in percentage, the 5, 10, and 15 for mothers, is the same or not?
It's not working anymore, and now changed to a fixed amount of money
for mothers
year,
and
not
fathers.
more than 350 euros by year by child. Yes, it was more before, but
yeah.
But now also men can receive it. You know, not only women. Yes, Irina, you have a question.
Yeah, so hello, I'm Irina, I'm from Romanian Large Families Association. And of course, first of all, you are our model as all other associations, but maybe Raul, he knows that the Romanian Association was founded with the help of a Spanish guy, so we are more connected to the Spanish Association. And my question is about if you can give us some hints what works in your work for advocacy. I don't know, maybe 3 key points that work for you and you can share with us and we can use in our activities and our work with the politicians and the local and national governments.
In the advocacy area, no? Yes, well, we one of the measures that probably can help everyone is, and we try to push on with the government, for example, was the introduction of the reform in 2015 to try to maintain the title until the last of the children fill the requirements. This type of measure allows the children, the last brothers, to have the same type of benefits as the older brothers. And as Jose Maria has shown you in the presentation, you can show the great evolution of the number of titles, of the volume of beneficiaries that can access to this type of, not only for the title, but also for the benefits. And we consider that it's a measure that treats fairly to the families and construct an improvement of the reinforce of the economic and social protection of the families. So this is one of the main measures that probably
maybe, Luis, sorry, it's very important. This is because there is a law to protect, a specific law to protect large families. I think this is one of the key points you can get in your countries, to have a specific law to recognize the specific needs of large families and to have a special protection, you know?
Yes, here in this law, they introduce a different type of benefits in different areas. We're starting with this law, no? From the educational area, from fiscal deductions, and the transport. So if you have some type of law like this one, you will have more probabilities or more opportunities to improve this type of laws. No? For example, in Italy, I think that they have introduced in the constitutions some mention about the large families protection. In Spain, we have the constitutions that only they mention the protection of the families in general, the social and economic protection. But if you have a specific law of large families, it will be better for you then to introduce some improvements in this type of laws and this type of benefits. No?
Thank you so much. Yes, we used the Spanish model for 7 years. We wrote the law in the parliament, but unfortunately, it's not a priority. So thank you for your work in Spain.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Well, Denicio, bye.
Bye. See you.
But you will get it.
Goodbye.
I'm sure you will get it in the future, yes, because you are very constant. Yes.
We are a large family, so if we cannot do it, we have a lot of children who can fight to continue our fight.
Now, it's very important to know this Congress. The Spanish Federation is organizing the 10th of October. They want to share, especially with the Portuguese Association, because Badajoz is only 7 kilometers of the border of Portugal. Filipa, they want to invite families from Portugal and people from the association. You will be in touch with them. But also other countries are invited to go. It's not easy to get Badajoz, but it's a nice place. And you will be, I don't know, I think they can offer some, I don't know, to cover maybe accommodation or like this. You will receive information about it. But it could be as an opportunity to be together. But also I have the opportunity now to say that probably the European Congress of Large Families will be in September in Germany.
Okay.
This year, no?
This year, yes. We have the European Congress in September, 19th of September in Germany. And 10th of October is this Congress in Spain that they want to open also to European associations. But it's not the Congress of ELFAC, it's the Congress of the Spanish Federation. But they want to, because they have, that the main motto of this Congress is family, heritage of the humanity.
Yeah.
Because the idea of the Congress is that ELFAC, which has consultative status in United Nations, maybe start a campaign with countries that ask to UNESCO to recognize family as an universal heritage, you know, yes, a heritage of the humanity. Because you have heritage of the humanity, there are a lot of things, you know, also food or traditions. But I think family is very important to be recognized. As, this is the idea of the Congress. This is the idea to have an international also attendance in the Congress.
Say,
Nice.
yes. So you are all invited to this type of, well, to this Congress, especially to the Portuguese associations, that maybe we can do some type of spread of information for families, for Portuguese families to come to this Congress. We are very near from when Elba and Badajoz is very near, very close. So everybody is invited to this to attend this Congress, and also, well, if you have you need more information about the Congress, the program, etc., we will be glad to communicate and to spread with you. No? And this is the main objective of the Congress, to make recognition of the contribution that the families have for all the society, no? And to be compensated with several benefits for this type of contributions that they have. No?
Perfect, thank you. You have any other question, Regina?
Yes, I have one. First of all, congratulations. As Irina said, we admire the Spanish Federation for its value, for being so strong and active. And this is why I am asking you this. I'm curious to know, which are your next challenges?
Well, it's a good question. Well, this year we have a new challenge, not only at the advocacy area, but also we are doing different programs. We have well, the special convention, the annual conventions that we have in October, but in the advocacy and lobbying area, we have a great job to do in order to compensate, as we have told, in the pension system, especially for the large families. And we have a great job to do also in the energy program, because the Spanish government has said that they want to limit the access to large families by income. Nowadays, the families can get the social bonus of electricity without any type of income. And well, several weeks ago, they have told that they want to introduce some type of income for the large families. So we have work to do here, not only in the media, but also with the parliamentary groups and also with the Ministry of Energy, in order to not to penalize the large families in this type of consumption. And also we have also different measures that we have to push on. For example, in the collections fee, especially with the collaboration of the Spanish Ministry of Finance, and also the Federation of Spanish Regions and Municipalities, in order to try to claim some reductions in this collections fee for the large families. There are some municipalities that have introduced this type of benefits or reductions for families, for example, in Valencia, in the city of Madrid. But we have a real job to do in order to not to penalize in this type of consumption in the home living of the large families. And also we have other type of programs during this year that we have to work with the associations. Now we are celebrating some training days about intelligence, artificial intelligence, and how to use this type of tools in order to facilitate the work day of every association, and to organize also some training days with not only with the staff of the different associations, but also with the board of directors in order to improve the leaderships of the different associations.
Thank
so
you.
we have a great job to do this year.
Many things to do. Many things to do.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Well, I think we have arrived to the end of this meeting because we started a few minutes later, then we finished a few minutes later. But thank you very much, all of you, to be here. We have to think the next association to introduce us in their activities, in its activities and projects. But that's all. Thank you. Have a good evening and see you next time.
So thank you very much. Thank you.
you.
See you again.
Bye.
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 Thank you very much. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.